Ding dong, the Wicked Witch is fucking dead, baby. It hadn't really set in on me in my recap video on Tuesday, and because I was probably still not feeling good from Blacksburg, but Rob has finally lost. That's so big for the league. God. And I haven't predicted to lose again this week. Golly, man, the league is turning around. Now, if only I could win a game, we'd be really in business. But anyway, I gotta hurry up this video so I can get it out before kickoff. Just wanted to start this with your beautiful fuck Rob. And well, we start the week with Rob. This is a big old... This week as a whole, like half the teams are just getting absolutely screwed by the bye week. I know Rob has CeeDee Lamb on bye. Montgomery's out, and he just straight up doesn't have another running back to replace him. So that's why he's projected 79 and Macia's projected to win by so much. It's literally just because Rob doesn't have another running back on his roster. I don't know how you can only have 2 running backs rostered, and maybe he'll pick someone up before the weekend, but I mean, it's absurd to only have 2 running backs rostered. But with that being said, even if he did roster a running back, it's going to be some backup and it's not going to matter. I mean, I'm definitely taking Mace here, even though Mace is in a little bit of trouble with Metcalf being questionable, and Trevor Lawrence is literally playing in 4 hours and they haven't announced if he's ready to go or not. So, I mean, you still got to go Mace here, but him keeping Trevor Lawrence in a starting lineup as of now is very nerve-wracking. I might text him to change it. That would stress me out. And I want him to beat Rob so fucking bad. Please, mate. All right. Second matchup. We got Pushan and Ish. Big trade alert. Me and Ish put down the first trade of the year. The first meaningful trade of the year. Fuck you, Cal. I traded him Derrick Henry, Garrett Wilson, and Zach Moss for Stephon Diggs and Joe Mixon. So what we didn't realize, at least I didn't realize, was I was trading each 2 players out of those 3 that are on bye for Stephon Diggs, who is not on bye. So, sorry, Ish. Did not realize that in the moment. But it kind of works out because I absolutely had to win this week, and Ish was probably going to lose to Pushan either way. So it worked out, even though we were dumb and didn't realize that. Anyway, looking at Pushan's team, Devontae Adams has been on a slide. Now he's questionable. If Aaron Jones comes back, he's looking good because Kieran Williams is out. Pushan has multiple defenses rostered for some reason, and they're both as earlier he had 2 defenses rostered, and they were both on bye. I think he's changed that, but good Lord, that was bad for a second there. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Isha's going to be able to plug in Derrick Henry here next week, but his running backs still suck as of now. I mean, this is Pushan. It easily is. Push another win here. Another chance of being the highest score this week with these matchups, too. Ooh, Makozy versus Rag. Makozy, I basically took one look at this matchup, saw that Jamar Chase was on bye, and just didn't even write anything down. Russell Wilson is but maybe he'll play decent against the Packers. Stevenson's butt, and he's questionable. Madison's butt. It doesn't even matter if he's questionable. Moore might play good against Vegas. I don't know. I'm taking Rag here. Makozy's decent team is starting to go downhill. I like the Jordan Love play, Rag, against Denver's defense. I'm doing the same thing in my other league. Fantastic. Bijan and Kamara, money. Olave. I mean, Rag's got a lot on this Thursday night game with Kamara, Olave, and Ridley. Rag needs a big over in a game that is probably going to have like 10 points in it because the Saints play nothing but just dog shit games, and Trevor Lawrence might not be playing. But either way, I'm taking Rag here. Not having Thielen this week for Rag's bad break, but Addison with no Jay Jefferson is still fine. So Rag's winning. All right. So this matchup's pretty much a coin flip because I'm assuming Scott will plug in a QB. The problem is with this deep of a league, not many QBs. People just hold on to QBs. I mean, there's like 4 available QBs in our league. Why does everyone have so many QBs? But Scott doesn't. He has Stroud and injured Danny Dimes. So, I mean, and I looked at waivers. Scott's best case scenario is he plugs in Danny Dimes. So, that's tough. Clay's team is starting to crawl itself back together. Deontay is supposed to be back this week from IR. Logan Thomas should be a good play against the Giants. Lockett, if he plays, is good against Arizona. Amon-Ra's a dog. Saquon against Washington, if he plays, should be great. Clay's team's come back together, but I'm still taking Scott here. Pacheco is going to run rampant on the Chargers. Kupp's going to beast. Puka's going to have another good week. Mark Andrews, I mean, if he doesn't get any points from Danny Dimes, I'm taking Scott here. Clay, your team's on the rebound, but you're not quite there yet. Scott's taking this one. Ooh, Brett versus Briggs. Brett is getting hit with the bye this week. He doesn't have Pollard, which is huge. And even without Pollard, I would still rather have his running backs than Briggs. I mean, it's just Jacobs. Jacobs is better than all three of these combined. It's close. Maybe this will be the week Jonathan Taylor finally, like you're paying him $42 million. Are you going to give him the ball at some point? He hasn't had a 50% snap share yet. Maybe there's easing him back. Who knows? But I'm taking Brett here. Am I? No. Nah, fuck you, Brett. I'm taking Briggs. I am backing Tyreek Hill and A.J. Brown, a little playing each other. Briggs is just rooting for a huge Sunday night football game. I don't like picking against Brett's team because it's really solid, but I got a good feeling about Briggs this week. This could be Jonathan. Oh, no, he's playing Cleveland. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm not going to pick. I'll come back in the end and tell you who I picked. This is crazy. I've never done this, but I'll tell you in the end who I'm picking. Sorry I didn't put an official pick on the last one. I'm running out of time in this video. Hayden versus Cal, and wait, Hayden is favorited. Oh, okay. I was like, why is Hayden favorited? His team's ass. Cal is putting McCaffrey on the bench. He's a Monday night game, which is really scary because if you don't have anyone in the holster to replace him with and he ends up not playing, you're screwed. But it's worth it. You got to have McCaffrey in your lineup if he's anything less than on the IR. I mean, there's no way you can justify starting Gibby at Sunday at 1 instead of McCaffrey. Cal, put McCaffrey in your lineup. Pick someone else up that's on Monday if you can plug him in if you need to. Can't put him on the bench. I'm taking Cal here. If CMC plays, this isn't going to be close. Even if CMC doesn't play, I think it'll probably be close. ETN tonight is going to be good. Gibbs is looking much better now that Montgomery's out, but he's still coming off an injury, and they didn't use him much when Monty was out earlier in the year. So Waddle had a good game for one. I'm taking Cal here. Hayden, you need a better flex player. So does Cal, but yeah, I think CMC probably plays. I think he might not have his best week, but it's still enough to beat Hayden. Go Cal. Fuck me. All right, so yeah, now you can see the trade I made. There's Diggs. Mixon's on bye. Debo might not play. I have to start Gus Edwards because Mixon is on bye, but I was going to have to start him anyway because Derrick Henry is on bye. Who am I taking? Yeah, Sutton and I each have a very important running back on IR right now. I have James Conner. He has A-Chain on bye. But I think Sutton takes this one. Eckler and Mostert are so good. Ayuk and Kittle against Minnesota with maybe no McCaffrey and maybe no Debo are going to be nuts. Fuck. Right. I think at this point I'm rocking with 2 week 1 starters on my roster. I think if Debo doesn't play, I only started Mike Evans and Tua. That's tough. Yeah, so bye week's hitting hard in this matchup, but I'm taking Sutton here easy. All right, I made this before I started flip-flopping on the Brett's Briggs decision, so I'm sticking with Briggs. Fuck you, Brett. Sticking with Briggs, I'm going Maish, Pouchon, Rag, Scott, Briggs, Cal, and Sutton to win this week. Good luck this week, fellas. Make sure those lineups are set. Lots of buys. Weird Thursday night game. Dial in.